While Kawhi is riding the Raptors Finals wave, he's also starting up a legal battle with Nike. He also might have just confirmed his stay in Toronto for next season. And while we're on the subject of Nike, the company may have accidentally confirmed that KD is staying with the Warriors next season. This news is too good to miss. Stick around. What's up, everyone? I'm Devin Howard. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, find me there at Devin Howard. Then subscribe to the Fumble, and to never miss news about your favorite teams, tap that bell. Kawhi Leonard is on a high right now. He's taken the Raptors to their very first finals appearance, and the city is overjoyed because of it. But in his downtime, he's been gearing up for a different kind of battle, one that involves the law and the claw. The basketball star has filed a lawsuit against Nike for the use of his signature logo. Here's what the legal docs say. Kawhi says he helped design the logo, and then Nike took that logo and filed for a formal copyright without ever receiving Kawhi's consent, even though he was the creator of it. In the suit, it says, Leonard traced his notably large hand, and inside the hand drew a stylized version of his initials, KL, and the number that he has worn for much of his career, 2. They continued on saying, the drawing Leonard authored was an extension and continuation of drawings he had been creating since early in his college career. Even though this design was something Kawhi had been drawing for years, his representatives argued that Nike, quote, falsely represented that they had created the claw logo in its copyright application. Leonard was under the Jordan brand umbrella for the entirety of his NBA career until the brand declined to continue negotiations over a new contract in 2018. Since then, he signed with New Balance in a deal that is assumed to bring in significantly more than $5 million annually. On top of the legal drama, the claw logo could be a focus for Kawhi as he approaches his free agency this summer. The New York Times reported that the Clippers have, quote, quietly looked into the feasibility of purchasing the rights to use the design. If that happens, the team would then likely use that as a selling point during a meeting with Leonard this off-season, assuming he decides not to stick with Toronto. But based on some information we learned, it seems like Kawhi may be staying with the Raptors. Sports fans are always looking into what real estate athletes purchase to figure out their next move. When a player buys a house in a certain city, it's an obvious indication that they're going to sign with that city's team. The NBA's upcoming free agency class is a massive one, so there have been a ton of eyes on what these players are buying. Kyrie Irving has reportedly purchased a home in New York City. KD is rumored to also have picked up a property in the Big Apple. We have more on him a little bit later, but now we have news about Kawhi. The Raptors superstar has reportedly purchased a property in Toronto. Several sources have claimed that the athlete set up headquarters for himself in Toronto, which would mean he's re-signing with the Raptors and not going to Southern California as fans previously thought. Most people thought he'll be making his way to the Clippers, but after purchasing a big house in Canada, would he really want to spend the majority of his time in Los Angeles? There's a lot going on for Kawhi in Toronto. The city is in love with him, he's been the hero of the team, and he gets all that free food and entertainment if he chooses to re-sign with them. But what makes this all a little confusing is that he purchased a home in San Diego earlier this year, which was a premature sign that he was making his way out west. Now, with 2 homes on opposite ends of the continent, he's confusing us a little bit. Personally, I can see Kawhi staying with the Raptors, especially if their finals run goes well. Now let's get into KD. I mentioned earlier that there are rumors he purchased a home in New York City, but Nike may have accidentally revealed that he's not going to the Knicks, and instead will be sticking with the Golden State. It's been a pretty universal assumption that KD will be following Kyrie to New York. There have been quiet hallway conversations about it, awkward interviews that suggest it, and real estate to hint at it. But Nike put a new KD shirt for sale on their website, and it seems to confirm that he'll actually be staying with the Warriors. The shirt lists all of the cities that the superstar athlete has played for, but it lists San Francisco for the Warriors. The Warriors have been in Oakland, but next season they'll be playing in San Francisco. The shirt lists both Oakland and SF, which means KD will be staying on with the Warriors to play another season in San Fran. This is pretty telling if you ask me, and it's something I'm actually kind of stoked about. I've wanted KD to stay with the Warriors, but he always seemed so eager to go. What do you all think? Is Kawhi staying with the Raptors and KD with the Warriors? Sound off in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell for notifications. Keep tuning in throughout the day for all the latest sports news you love to know.